This story will interest you. How two lawyers advised a man not to include his wife's name in a documentation of a property they bought together. This thing happened in Lagos, Nigeria. If you come across this video, my brother, my sister, do me well to share it and tag whoever needs to see this. Let us read it together. The way women are marginalized in Nigeria, some of you don't even know the extent. That's why anyone will wake up to say we are doing too much for calling for equality. It just doesn't live in the heads of people. It cuts across all sectors of society, even among the learned. An event happened this year that got me really worried. Earlier this year, my husband got a house in Lekki. It was an apartment from their office. When he wanted to register the papers for the property, the lawyer handling the property asked him to send his name and details. He forwarded my name and his name, and the lawyer went berserk. Who is the first name you listed? My husband said, my wife. The lawyer said, we need to see. They met, and the lawyer took time to talk my husband out of adding my name to the property. After all the lecture, my husband told him it was okay and that he should still add my name to the property. He insisted that he wouldn't, and that he would give my husband 2 weeks to think over whatever I had added in his soup. When I learned about this, I wasn't angry because I thought that he felt maybe since my money wasn't added to this property, that's why he felt this way. I ignored him. Well, he still registered the property with my name first and my husband's second. But what was shocking, however, is that later in the year, my husband and I jointly got a property, jointly paid for this property. I wasn't even in Nigeria, but I trusted him to do the right thing. He called another lawyer for the processing and documentation. This lawyer, like the other one, opposed my husband adding my name to the property documentation. He cited a lot of things. Do you know if you add her in these documents, noting that you can do again? Do you know the risk? She can get to retain it. Do you know the risk if you divorce? Okay. Do you know you can send her out of the property? Do you know even if you divorce, she can get to retain it? My husband was surprised that these lawyers who are supposed to be on the side of justice were sounding this way. So my husband told him, you didn't even ask if the property is paid for with my money or money alone. With my money or my money alone. But you insisted that I must remove her name. She is contributing more to the purchase. The lawyer said, even though she is contributing, you can still put only your name. We are trying to protect you. Don't add her name, especially since she isn't involved in the documentation process. Just tell her whatever belongs to you belongs to her. No need for alarm. Again, this new lawyer delayed our documentation process until my husband practically got angry and insisted he make the registration happen. It pains me that I was not in Nigeria. That particular lawyer would have collected. It was at that point I realized why many women who buy property while married are always cheated. It is why most women will marry a man for 30 years and be chased out with nylon bag. The entire country is against women. Even from the Senate, it was a shame. I was speaking to a Kenyan in the US, and he said to me, Kenya is no longer fighting for equal representation for women in the upper chambers. We've long achieved that a long time ago. We are now fighting for the representation of the disabled. It was a shock to me. Whereas in Nigeria, a supposed learned lawyer feels a woman who contributed a higher quota to a property doesn't deserve to be listed as the owner, and women makes less than 5% in the upper chambers. If you are married and your husband has purchased properties while you guys were married, you better check the documents. You deserve to be listed as co-owners, even if you are at home taking care of the children. That's your quota. So you deserve to share in his properties. If you are sacrificing your career to raise the children, any man who has an issue listing you as a co-owner is plotting evil. And if you are contributing to the cost of building that house, make sure your name are written in capital letters. You are not begging him. You should be commanding it. Have you seen it? A lawyer that's supposed to be protecting the rights of everybody is here instigating injustice simply because it has something to do with women or woman. There was a time I made a video like that. I read something like this that was coming from a lawyer. A lot of men were against that write-up. From DPA Family Clinic lawyer, I read something like this. When he said that women should get ready from day one, be ready for divorce. Because from day one, men are ready. They know what they are doing. They carefully and purposely excluded your name in every property. Just so that if anything happened, you will go out or go home empty-handed. And it is happening. A lot of women, after spending many years with a man, you will see that man, if any small thing happen, the woman will start from the scratch. She will be the one at the receiving end. She will be the one that will lose. And when you say things like this, so many men don't want to hear it. They will call you all kinds of names. They will call you family destroyer. If you know you truly love that woman, you don't want to divorce her, you don't want to have any problem with her, you don't want to cheat her, why are you afraid of involving her name in a property that both of you have together? If you don't have bad intention, why are you afraid of all these things? If you are not planning to cheat her, if you are not planning to divorce her, why not include her name if you know you are doing forever with her? Listen, let me tell you. This write-up, this thing that these lawyers did here is the mindset of 99.9% of men in Nigeria. There are only few who are ready to go forever with you. Others are just doing business. When you say it, they will say this woman is trying to cause problem in some homes. What about you? Why can't you trust your wife as much as your wife trusted you? And include her name in all the papers and everything. Because it is forever and forever. It is till death do you guys apart. If you're a woman, if you come across this video, it is left for you to use your head. And what they say is enough for the wise. Share this video and let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you and remember.